The Indiana University Media School, located in Franklin Hall, is a relatively new school that houses studios, editing rooms, and offices for media students to complete their work in the fastest and most efficient way possible. Established in 1907, Franklin Hall used to be many things, including the campus library. Let's get some insight from someone who witnessed a change in the media school from Ernie Pyle Hall to Franklin Hall.
The media school is an important move for IU because it was really responding to industry changes in the media. It was modernizing our media education and also streamlining it and opening up more opportunities for students. The old setup was there was a journalism department and a telecommunications department, and also communications and culture. When those programs came to be, those distinctions probably made sense. Journalism was newspapers, and radio and television was this new emerging field. But by the 2000s, journalism was radio and TV and other things. In fact, radio TV was kind of an outdated term. And so, it was about looking at the programs and boiling them down to what they were, and that was media. The other issue that made this really necessary was the way that curriculum was set up. If you were a journalism student, say you want to be a broadcast journalism student or a documentary filmmaker, you might want to take journalism classes and also telecommunications classes, learn how to edit and be behind the camera. And the way that the curriculum was structured, you were actually limited in how many of those outside area classes you could take. When we formed the media school, we took 3 programs and brought them into one larger school. Ernie Pyle Hall was the home of journalism, and we're talking about a school that was 700 or 800 students, and then all of a sudden, we were getting up there 1,1700 all of a sudden. And so Ernie Pyle Hall, the School of Journalism had really outgrown Ernie Pyle Hall as it was, so we needed a bigger home. We also needed an updated home with new studios and lots of updated technology, so they chose Franklin Hall for its large space and its potential to be transformed into a media center.
I've been at the media school for going on 4 years now. I'll be going into my senior year this year. So I've been there since my freshman year. I think there were a lot of different things that made me want to come to the media school. I started out as a journalism major. Into the end of my freshman year, right before/in the early beginning of my sophomore year, I decided to switch my major over to just general media, specifically screenwriting. And I think realizing that was a pretty long process, but really pretty early on I realized that the media school was right for me and could allow for me to make that kind of switch. I think my favorite part of the media school is probably how versatile it is. I'm in a major that I feel like coming out of college I'll be able to do pretty much anything I want to media related with it. But I think that also goes for the classes as well. I've taken things from film-related classes to journalism-related classes to video game-related classes, and the media school gives you the option to do that. You can start with one path and go down another. Maybe you dip your toes into one thing and realize that you like it or don't like it, and you can continue to go forward with that, or you don't have to. It's a super versatile school here at Indiana University, and I love that it offers so many different opportunities for every student that's there. I think the biggest thing I'd change about the media school is that I wish we had a little bit more hands-on learning. There are a lot of different classes where you can definitely do that. You get very first-hand experience. For example, in some of my screenwriting classes, we've had basically where people will write literal scripts and other people will read them and you get feedback, exactly how you would as an actual screenwriter. But I do wish we had more classes like that. I know the game design program does have a lot of hands-on classes like that as well. Like a lot of the times you'll test a game, you'll figure out the bugs and what you need to fix. But I do find that there are still some classes that are sticking to traditional learning, and I wish we had a little bit more of the hands-on approach.
In conclusion, the recent transformation of Franklin Hall turns out to be a good thing, as it houses a place for media students worldwide to come and study one of the most important fields in today's society.